Hello, brothers and sisters. Today is February 17th, year of our Lord 2021. And today's article we're going to be discussing comes from Harper's Weekly, January 17th, 1874, in the Religious Intelligence section. The Reverend Father Phelan of St. Louis, who was so conspicuous in the recent meeting of the Irish Catholic Benevolent Union, where our common school system was roundly denounced, delivered a characteristic lecture on education on the evening of December 14th. Its chief points are the denial of the state's right to educate and the infamous character of the American school system. On the question of right, Father Phelan takes the broad ground that every human being belongs to the church, meaning thereby his own. The church, we quote his language, claims the divine right to educate the young. She claims the child from the woman that she confers baptism on. The state disputes her claim and by sheer brute force tears from her bosom her heaven-given offspring. The child is mine, says the state, and I will be responsible for its training. All you claim the right to bestow, I will myself confer. Under my religion, there is no use or place for your ministrations. Isn't that absorption of the church in the state? Like his associates of the priesthood, Father Phelan, in order to make out a case against the public school system, charges that American society is the most corrupt on the earth. This is his indictment. We can challenge the civilized world to produce a criminal record darker or more grandly flagitious than our own. There is no crime known within the scope of human weakness and daring that is not daily perpetuated in our midst. There are more murders, rapes, arsons, embezzlements, and defalcations, more cursing, false swearing, vulgarity to be heard, seen, and met in America than would damn the oldest nation in the world. And to eradicate this, we must begin with the children. When it is remembered that these accusations are made by a foreigner who will most probably never be naturalized against a people who have given a refuge and a home to him and several million of his countrymen, its indecency will be readily appreciated. It is unnecessary to deny the assertion, and it is a well-established fact that crime in the United States is committed mostly by the part of our population which Father Phelan is doing his utmost to keep out of the schools. Father Phelan sees in the future the nation extinct and the church triumphant. For the church will continue to curse secularized education long after the American people have departed from their happy hunting ground. Well, guys, I don't think that last paragraph would fly in today's world because it's xenophobic, right? Be afraid of the foreigner, but trust your government with your children. So we all know government and school is where you get your morals, right? And they talk about crime here. Well, moral people are the only people who have convictions over doing crime. And just because someone is poor or uneducated does not make them a future criminal. Besides, secular education will not give you morals. In fact, if you got your morals from secular education, please leave a comment in the comment section below and tell us how exactly what you believe, what your morals are, and how school taught you that. But you see, media does this all the time. Either you are for the way government wants to educate your child, or you want him to be a poor, dumb criminal when he grows up. Well, I think it's a proven fact by this point. We can say this has been debunked. There's been plenty of educated criminals of various social standings through the years, right? But they continue to use this old wore out talking point today because the average person believes it. The average person isn't going to go look in these old newspapers, right? They're not going to see that the media just keeps spinning the same talking points for decades and decades and decades, you know? Most of the time, this stuff goes through waves, and by the time the people die out that remember the last time they pulled it, that's when they rehatch these old talking points again. And another thing, I can't say that this preacher made, or this reverend, I'm sorry, his prediction was wrong. I mean, from what we've seen in the last 140 some years, people have not gotten more moral. Crime's gotten worse over the years. And we spoke about that on our last video, right, guys? About the education system. And I'm not anti-education, guys, either. My father was a math teacher. His mother was a teacher. And my grandfather was the principal at the school. In fact, this is his book of newspapers. It's my grandfather's book of newspapers we're reading right now. But anyway, that's my perspective on the matter. What's yours? Leave it in the comments section below. And until next time, guys, God bless.